scared of this microphone because you were here last night. It screamed at us. It was frightened. No, I think it's good. Everybody can hear me, right?
Yep.
Okay. So welcome back. Some of you were here again, which I'm very happy about. Some of you are new, which I'm actually still happy about. So this is the San Joaquin Literary Association, of which I'm a member, but I still have trouble figuring out the acronym. Anybody else? A little bit. I'm done. You can just say it. All right, we'll get right to our fantastic readers. First up is Murleen Ray. Murleen Ray is wrapping up her MFA in poetry at Fresno State, along with an MA in studio art. And that MA has an emphasis in book arts and printmaking. Her work has been published in Askew. Did I say that right? Good. And Foothill, Poetry Journals. She lives in Tulare. Did I say that right? Because I'm not from here. With her husband and their rescue cats, which number 46. And she hopes to officially teach poetry and cat rescue someday. Please welcome Murleen Ray.
Thank you. I want to see if I can get this. How's that sound? Pretty good?
Yep.
So this first poem I'm reading is kind of a coming-of-age poem that I wrote that was picked up by Askew. Hissing of summer lawns. Driving through Topanga Canyon in your dad's 74 Beamer, our hair whips and pulls for the open moon roof, wild to escape into black hills rising out of denim blue. Our skin sticky with sweat and sugary night jasmine, wind spills over slipstreams out open windows, returns like restless fingers playing with our hair. Agora heat and Malibu cold licks our faces. I lean back, open mouth swallows everything, dry creosote and sinsemilla buzz, the endless burr of insects in sage, orange blossoms everywhere on my tongue. Seared by headlights, your silhouette and after-image with Joni's jazz and jive in an a cappella twists and turns, snake along my nerves. Our centrifugal bodies flatten together in rotor circles, spin and toss down straightaways of cyclone highs and lows, like the pike, like roller coaster undulations, anaconda coils of highway veer too close to the edge of arroyos until we crest, ease our way back down, still high from the ride, the music, and our own graduation. On that road, we sent out Morse code in yellow against black asphalt, obsession in the coals of vanishing taillights. This other poem that I'm about to read kind of came out of a workshop with one of the guest poets recently. And he was talking about the idea that when we write poetry or when we write, that our writing performs a particular act. And he had us look at our poems. And out of that experience, this one erupted. Seeking a fulcrum. I look and find line after line of description, details in dispassionate first person, the analytical trajectories of my father's voice takes, explaining how to tune an engine, how to strip a burned out wire, where I must set the flux and how long to touch the hot tip to the solder. The same practical manner of his mother as she orders him to pick the hickory switch she'll use, and he knows how it will feel. The same voice that reminds me of the consequence of disobedience, understates the applied effect of tanned leather on a child's bare skin. But right here, my poem turns its cheek. I can stands there in defiance. Like a demand for release, my own voice rises out of these deep blue canyons, circles the sun like a hawk, as if tethered by the invisible thread that winds around a conversation we are still trying to have. Grandfather's legacy. If I could pry up the stone of his silence, that granite embedded in Oklahoma dirt, what would breathe out from such darkness? Along my walk, the flowering cherry trees billow like winter clouds over Mount Whitney. White petals parachute down as if to escape, like the child who runs without her shoes, who can't grow up fast enough. I watch all the softness fall away, slip past silvery skin that folds and creases around dark bowls where limbs were removed to encourage new growth, or broken, not strong enough to carry that year's burden. Life asserts itself, roots push hard into the soil, and just when I think I can't get enough, everything comes apart, rains quietly to the ground, like flowers making way for the tenderest wound after the frost is gone. I can only stand here while blown petals swirl all around me and listen to the cherry trees sighing, like a child who whispers, "Look, the trees are dreaming of snow." And finally, last year my mother-in-law's husband passed away, so this is an elegy to him. Excuse me. Expecting Bill. Today, it might be any Thursday, except for an empty chair and a room that holds its breath, hoping to catch one more hokey story. The soap won't be washing grit from your nails, and work boots dark with sweat sit quiet on the stoop. A rumble somewhere outside the room like a man's laughter. Or is it just a tractor turning over the clay? Out in the yard, old dog's high, clear bark won't reach you at the door. And the garage, and the garage, the shortwave speaks to no one. Your hat hangs, waiting for a bald head, and your boots still want feet. This small house was always smaller with you in it. Any minute now, you'll come through that back door, shake off the dust, fill a tall glass with cool water, then join us watching the plaster crack beneath our final comprehension. Thank you.